NASSAU, Bahamas. Justin Thomas memories of Sunday at September's Tour Championship aren't entirely fond, but he did leave with an $11.2 million payday. He finished second to Xander Schauffele at East Lake, so that wasn't great, but his runner-up showing was good enough to claim the FedExCup and $10 million bonus. The entire year never really sunk in, I don't know why, Thomas said on Tuesday at the Hero World Challenge. I was extremely pleased to win the FedExCup, but not winning in Atlanta and win the FedExCup, it just had a different feeling because I was disappointed I didn't win and obviously extremely excited I won that. Hero World Challenge articles, photos and video. Of course, that doesn't mean he was anxiously awaiting the deposit into his bank account. In fact, he had to be reminded of his windfall. Xander Schauffele asked me at the President's Cup, "Did you get it?" Thomas recalled. I was like, "Get what?" He was talking about the bonus. I had to ask my dad if it had come in. The bonus had arrived, but it should be no surprise that his newfound riches didn't send the seven-time PGA Tour winner on a spending spree. Asked if he's made any major purchases since winning the season-long race, Thomas shrugged. Maybe I got a little nicer bottle of wine at dinner, but not much. Article tags Justin Thomas, 2017 Hero World Challenge. Golf fans everywhere are understandably fired up with Tiger Woods' return to competition just days away at the Hero World Challenge. But while one Woods fan, Justin Thomas, took the opportunity to welcome the 14-time major champ back with a joke, others didn't see Woods' return from back surgery as such a laughing matter. Thomas is paired with Woods in the first round Thursday instead of the high-profile pairing. I'm probably just as excited to it as you are. I just get a front row seat to it on Thursday. But I'm also looking forward to trying to kick his ass, to be perfectly honest. One Instagram user saw that quote on social media and took it upon himself to let the reigning PGA Tour Player of the Year know that he would never measure up to Woods' accomplishments, even if he played for another 1,000 years. Truly cracks me up some stuff people say on social media. This one had me going pretty good. Nose and shiv humor. 1,000 years though. Pic.twitter.com Vlvsjik Justin Thomas at Justin Thomas 34 November 29, 2017. Being the savvy social media user that he is, Thomas screenshotted the sick burn and sent it out to his 209k followers so they could all have a good laugh at this poor fella's expense. Justin Thomas. Good at golf. Good at Twitter. Article tags Justin Thomas, Grill Room Nassau, Bahamas. Justin Thomas gets it. He's playing with Tiger Woods on Thursday at the Hero World Challenge and everyone wants to know what he thinks of the high-profile pairing. Thomas won a major, won the FedExCup, shot 59 and was the PGA Tour's Player of the Year this season, but there he was at Albany on Tuesday being asked about Woods in each of the first 5 questions of his news conference. Anybody want to ask about my? Thomas joked. While in the middle of the Tiger storm, Woods approached Thomas a couple weeks ago to ask him if he'd like to be paired together for the first round of the Hero World Challenge. Thomas joked with Woods, saying he needed to think about it for a couple days. Well, that pairing is now only mere hours away and Thomas is excited despite being the PGA Tour's top dog all year. Hero World Challenge articles, photos and video. If he hadn't done everything he's done, we wouldn't have the sponsors we have, Thomas said. If it wasn't for him we wouldn't be playing for the amount of money that we're playing for. Obviously there's a lot of other players, but there's nobody that moves the needle like him, even now. If he had 15 wins and 2 majors, then yeah, people wouldn't care as much, but he has 79 and 14 majors. I'm probably just as excited to it as you are. I just get a front row seat to it on Thursday, but I'm also looking forward to trying to kick his ass, to be perfectly honest, Thomas said. Article tags 2017 Hero World Challenge, Justin Thomas, Tiger Woods Nassau, Bahamas. Justin Thomas was so busy at the end of the season that he didn't have much time to sit down and digest the magnitude of all that he had accomplished. All the victories, the PGA Championship title, the 59 in Hawaii, the $10 million FedExCup bonus. There were a lot of highlights to choose from. But the most impressive feat of Justin Thomas's year? He contends it was his victory 6 weeks ago at the CJ Cup in Korea. Not kidding. Thomas said he was shot, both mentally and physically. He had no game, he didn't love his swing, he was exhausted. Then he opened with a 63, and 3 days later found himself in the hunt to win for the 7th time in 2 years. Ultimately Thomas defeated Mark Leishman on the second playoff hole. Hero World Challenge articles, photos and video. I will never in my life know how I won that event, Thomas said Tuesday at the Hero World Challenge. I had nothing left. I just remember telling caddy Jimmy Johnson on 13 on Sunday, my body just gave out, like my legs just turned into jello and I was like, dude, we've got to get this. thing in the house. I've got nothing left in me. Thomas remembers sitting down between shots over the last 6 holes to conserve energy, and then he hit a great 3-wood into the par 5 18th. Thomas told Johnson that he had to make the putt to win because he didn't know if he had enough in him to go extra holes. Thomas missed, but birdied the second playoff hole to win. Yeah, it was a great year and the FedExCup's great, but I will never know how I won that tournament, Thomas said. Augusta National announced on Tuesday that Jim Hyler will succeed Fred Ridley as chairman of the Masters Competition and Rules Committee. Ridley had served as chair of the Competition and Rules Committee since 2006 before he was named chairman of Augusta National in October. He is uniquely qualified to serve the tournament in this position, given his background and previous experience assisting in the successful conduct of our competition, Ridley said in a statement. Hyler had served on the Masters Rules Committee since 2015 and was a two-term president of the USGA. Article tags the Masters Tournament, Fred Ridley, Jim Hyler.